Tilly the tortoise lived in the sunny part of the forest, where the grass grew thick and soft and the bugs never bothered anyone. She was kind, polite, and thoughtful, but very, very slow. She didn't mind being slow. She liked taking her time. She enjoyed every step, every leaf, every breeze. But not everyone saw it that way. One bright morning, the animals of the forest gathered for the Great Meadow Race, a fun event that happened once a year. Birds, squirrels, rabbits, and even frogs came to cheer or compete. Tilly had never joined before. She always watched from the side, clapping with her short little feet. This year, however, she decided to try. "I'd like to race," she said shyly to the organizer, a cheerful rabbit named Benny. Benny blinked. But Tilly, you're a tortoise. You can't win." Tilly smiled. "Maybe not, but I'd still like to try." Some animals giggled, others looked surprised, but Benny nodded. "All right if you're sure." At the starting line, the fast animals lined up proudly. There was Riley the rabbit, Squeak the mouse, and Flit the squirrel. They wiggled their toes and stretched their legs. Tilly stood next to them, small and slow, but not afraid. "On your marks, get set, go," Benny shouted. Everyone dashed ahead like the wind. Everyone except Tilly. She took her first step. Then another. Then another. The crowd watched as the fast animals raced around corners, leaped over puddles, and disappeared from sight. Tilly didn't hurry. She didn't panic. She just walked. One slow step at a time. Some birds in the trees whispered, "She'll never make it." Others said, "Why even bother?" But Tilly kept going. As she passed under a shady tree, she saw Riley the rabbit sitting with a bandaged paw. "Oh no," Tilly said gently. "Are you all right?" Riley sighed. "I twisted my foot jumping over a rock. I had to stop." "I'm sorry," said Tilly. "You were so fast." "Not fast enough," Riley muttered. Tilly nodded and continued on. She passed a puddle where Flit the squirrel was drying himself. "I slipped," Flit groaned. "Now my tail's all soggy." Tilly offered a leaf to help him dry off. "Be careful," she said softly. Next, she passed Squeak the mouse, who was out of breath and lying on his back. "I ran too fast," Squeak gasped. "I got dizzy." Tilly gave him a sip of water from a curled leaf. "Rest a little," she said kindly. Step by step, Tilly continued her journey. She wasn't racing anyone. She wasn't worried about winning. She just wanted to finish. The sun moved across the sky, and the animals gathered at the finish line, waiting. "Where's Tilly?" someone asked. "She's probably still at the start," another joked. Then in the distance, they saw something small, something slow, but steady. It was Tilly. Her shell was dusty, and her legs were tired, but she was smiling. Step by step, she crossed the finish line. The crowd went quiet. Then someone cheered. Then another. Soon, everyone was clapping, even the ones who had laughed before. Benny the rabbit came forward with a medal. "I don't give this for speed," he said, "but for spirit." He placed it gently around Tilly's neck. "You didn't give up, you helped others, and you finished the race." Tilly's eyes sparkled. "Thank you," she whispered. "I just wanted to try." And from that day on, no one laughed at Tilly's slow steps again. Because they saw something more important than speed, they saw strength, kindness, and courage. Moral of the story: slow and steady really does win the race when you never give up. It's not always about being the fastest. It's about staying steady, helping others, and finishing what you start.